$12,749. That number does not sound like a Tesla. It sounds like a used economy car. But what if Tesla Model 2 in 2026 is not just cheap? What if it is engineered around something far more powerful? Low surprise cost. Because here is the truth. People do not hate car prices. They hate unpredictable car bills, unexpected repairs, transmission failures, oil leaks, fuel spikes, dealer service visits. That is what destroys budgets. Now rumors suggest Tesla Model 2 could arrive around $12,749 in certain configurations or incentives. But the bigger story is not the sticker price. It is Tesla's engineering philosophy, designing a car with a low surprise rate, meaning fewer mechanical failures, fewer moving parts, fewer unexpected repair shocks. Today we are breaking down what low surprise rate engineering actually means, whether $12,749 is realistic, and why this could quietly become the smartest long-term car purchase. If you want grounded Tesla analysis focused on ownership reality, not hype, subscribe to the channel right now. We examine the economics behind the excitement, because sometimes the biggest innovation is not speed, it is predictability. Let us begin. What is low surprise rate engineering? Let us define this clearly. Low surprise rate engineering does not mean nothing ever breaks. It means failures are predictable, rare, and inexpensive. Traditional gasoline cars are full of surprise systems, transmission complexity, fuel pumps, exhaust components, turbochargers, timing belts, oil circulation systems. Each one can fail unexpectedly, and when they fail, they are expensive. That is the real ownership pain, not the purchase price. The surprise. Keycap: 1 fewer moving parts, fewer shock repairs. Electric vehicles eliminate multi-speed transmissions, engine oil systems, spark plugs, exhaust systems, emissions control hardware. Tesla Model 2 reportedly goes even further by using mega-cast front and rear structures, structural battery pack integration, simplified interior electronics, minimalist hardware architecture. Less hardware equals fewer failure points, and fewer failure points equals fewer surprise bills. Keycap 2: predictable where items only. In a simplified electric platform, most replacement costs become predictable. Tires, brake pads, cabin air filters, windshield wipers. That is very different from $5,000 transmission rebuilds, $2,000 exhaust repairs, engine gasket failures. Predictability reduces stress. Stress reduction increases ownership satisfaction. That is low surprise cost in practice. Keycap 3: software-driven monitoring. Tesla vehicles constantly monitor battery health, motor efficiency, thermal management, sensor performance. If Model 2 follows this pattern, issues can be detected early through software diagnostics. That reduces catastrophic failure probability. Preventative awareness lowers repair shock. Now ask yourself something simple. Would you rather own a car that costs slightly more upfront but rarely surprises you? Or a cheaper car that eventually delivers a $3,000 repair without warning? Before we break down whether $12,749 is realistic in 2026, make sure you are subscribed. The next chapter will run the pricing math and explain how Tesla could even approach that number. Is $12,749 even realistic in 2026? Now we address the number directly. $12,749. Is that realistic for a brand new Tesla Model 2 in 2026? Let us break this down calmly. Keycap 1: the base price versus effective price. First, understand something important. There is a difference between base manufacturing cost, retail sticker price, effective price after incentives. The $12,749 number may represent entry-level configuration, regional production efficiencies, government EV incentives, local tax credits. Tesla could theoretically reach a low advertised price if manufacturing cost drops aggressively, battery prices fall, incentives apply. But without incentives, the raw production economics must support it. Keycap 2: manufacturing compression strategy. Tesla's approach to lowering cost likely includes unboxed manufacturing, large-scale giga casting, reduced wiring architecture, LFP battery chemistry, Minimal interior complexity. Each element removes cost layers. Traditional automakers build vehicles with hundreds of supplier components, multiple trim variations, complex dealership markups. Tesla simplifies. Fewer trims, direct sales, software-controlled features. That helps compress margin stacking. Keycap 3 battery cost is the deciding variable. Battery cost remains the largest single expense in any EV. If Tesla successfully scales 4,680 production and uses LFP chemistry for Model 2, cost per kilowatt hour could drop significantly. High volume production changes the equation. If Tesla produces millions of Model 2 units annually, economies of scale reduce per unit battery cost dramatically. Scale is the key. Without scale, $12,749 is extremely difficult. With scale, it becomes strategically possible. Keycap 4 profit margin flexibility. Tesla may not require traditional high vehicle margins on Model 2. Why? Because Tesla monetizes through software features, full self-driving subscriptions, connectivity services, energy ecosystem integration. If vehicle margin is modest but software revenue continues long-term, lower upfront pricing becomes viable. This is ecosystem pricing, not just hardware pricing. Now ask yourself something important. If Tesla can produce Model 2 efficiently at scale and software revenue supports long-term margins, does $12,749 still sound impossible? Or does it begin to sound like a calculated move? Before we move into depreciation and long-term ownership math, make sure you are subscribed. The next chapter will explain why low surprise engineering matters more than low sticker price. Why low surprise cost matters more than low sticker price. Now let us shift the focus. Because the most important part of this story is not $12,749. It is long-term ownership stability. A cheap car that becomes expensive later is not affordable. A predictable car that avoids financial shocks is. That is the real meaning of low surprise engineering. Keycap 1 the hidden cost of traditional ownership. When people calculate car affordability, they often only look at monthly payment, down payment, fuel cost. But the real financial damage comes from unexpected repairs, major mechanical failures, depreciation shock, service center visits. A $5,000 transmission failure destroys a budget instantly. A $2,000 engine repair wipes out savings. That is the emotional stress most drivers carry, not the fuel gauge. The uncertainty. Keycap 2 electric simplicity reduces financial volatility. If Model 2 removes engine oil systems, multi-speed transmissions, complex exhaust components, emission control hardware, then it removes the most failure-prone systems in traditional vehicles. That dramatically lowers catastrophic repair probability. Instead of large, unexpected bills, owners deal primarily with predictable maintenance. Tires, brake components, basic service items. Predictable expenses are manageable. Surprise expenses create panic. Keycap 3 depreciation stability. Here is something rarely discussed. A vehicle designed for long life holds value differently. If buyers believe the battery lasts 15 to 20 years, the drivetrain rarely fails, software remains supported, then resale confidence increases. Resale confidence slows depreciation. Slow depreciation reduces ownership cost over time. That is financial calm. Keycap 4 stress reduction has economic value. Low surprise engineering is not only mechanical, it is psychological. If you wake up every day without worrying, will my car break this month? That changes ownership experience. Financial predictability reduces stress. Stress reduction improves satisfaction. And satisfaction drives brand loyalty. Now think about this carefully. Would you rather save $2,000 up front on a car that may surprise you later? Or pay slightly more for a vehicle engineered to avoid major shocks for 15 years? That is the difference Tesla may be targeting with Model 2. Before we move into the long-term ownership scenario and whether this could truly be the last car you buy, take a moment to like this video if you appreciate deep ownership analysis. And if you have not already, subscribe so you do not miss our final breakdown. The 10 to 15-year ownership scenario. Now let us zoom out. Forget the hype. Forget the $12,749 headline for a moment. Let us imagine you actually buy Tesla Model 2 in 2026. What does ownership look like over 10 to 15 years? Year 1 to Year 3, stability phase. In the early years, the car should require minimal service visits, no oil changes, no transmission checks, no exhaust repairs. Electric drivetrain simplicity keeps maintenance extremely low. Software updates improve efficiency and refine driving behavior. Instead of aging mechanically, the car evolves digitally. That is a major shift from traditional ownership. Year 4 to Year 7, battery confidence period. This is when most gasoline cars begin showing transmission issues, cooling system failures, engine wear signs. But if Model 2 uses LFP battery chemistry with long cycle life, degradation should remain manageable. Battery management software protects longevity. Motor systems remain mechanically simple. Maintenance costs remain predictable. No major shock repairs. That is the goal. Year 8 to Year 12, the true test. This is where low-surprise engineering proves itself. If Model 2 maintains acceptable battery capacity, stable drivetrain performance, software support continuity, then replacement pressure disappears. You are not upgrading because something failed. You are upgrading only if you want to. That psychological shift is powerful. Year 12 to Year 15, optional upgrade phase. At this stage, most traditional cars are either facing major repair decisions or already replaced. If Model 2 continues functioning reliably with only predictable maintenance, it becomes something rare. A vehicle you keep because it still works, not because you are forced to replace it. That is long-term affordability, not just low entry price. Now pause and imagine this scenario. You buy a vehicle for under $15,000. You drive it for 15 years. You avoid catastrophic repair bills. You avoid fuel price volatility. You avoid transmission failures. That changes the math completely. But let us conclude honestly. The final truth, is Model 2 really a low surprise cost revolution? Now let us close this the right way. Is Tesla Model 2 at $12,749 realistic? Possibly, under the right scale and incentive conditions. But that is not the most important part. The real breakthrough is the philosophy behind it. Low surprise rate engineering. What makes this different? If Tesla successfully combines LFP long-life battery chemistry, mega casting structural simplicity, reduced mechanical complexity, software-driven diagnostics, scaled unboxed manufacturing, then Model 2 is not just cheap. It is predictable. And predictability is the foundation of financial stability. The emotional shift. For decades, car ownership has been stressful. You worry about engine failure, transmission breakdown, dealer service bills, fuel price spikes. A vehicle engineered to reduce those risks changes ownership psychology. You stop asking, what will break next? And you start asking, how long do I want to keep this? That is a completely different relationship with your car. The real question, will Model 2 eliminate all costs? No, you will still pay for tires, insurance, registration, occasional wear items. But if Tesla removes the high-risk, high-shock failures, the biggest financial anxiety disappears. And that may be more valuable than horsepower or acceleration numbers. So, is it exposed? The $12,749 headline grabs attention. But the deeper story is this. Tesla is not only trying to lower price. Tesla is trying to lower unpredictability. If they succeed, Model 2 could quietly become one of the smartest long-term vehicle purchases of the decade. Not because it is flashy, but because it is calm. Now I want your honest perspective. Would you rather own a car designed for low surprise ownership over 15 years? Or do you prefer upgrading every few years for new features? Comment below and tell me what matters more to you. If you value deep analysis on Tesla strategy, long-term ownership economics, and what truly changes financial stability, subscribe and turn on notifications so you do not miss our next breakdown. And in the next video, we are going to analyze whether Tesla's unboxed manufacturing could force legacy automakers to completely redesign their factories. Thank you for watching. Drive smart, think long-term, and I will see you in the next one.